Joining us now is Dr. Paul Davis of Davis Spine Associates and Chairman of the Mooresville Career Bridges Advisory Council.
Thank you, Jennifer. It's good to be here.
Thanks.
So tell us, how did the council get started and how does it work with NF Woods Technical School?
The Career Bridges Council, actually, this is the second incarnation of the council. It started several years ago, I believe back in 1995, as an advisory council to basically pair the business community with the schools. It was moderately successful. It took a bit of a hiatus, and then last year, Mr. Bill Parker and Dr. Mark Edwards of Mooresville Graded School District invited a bunch of the business owners of Mooresville to come to NF Woods and to be able to form this council. Specifically, for what we're trying to do is be able to pair the business community and pair the school to create sort of a bridge, as we have in our motto, to be able to pair the school and the students so that they can explore the opportunities that are available to them after they graduate from high school.
So does that mean bringing students to the businesses to work, or is that bringing the businesses to the school to give examples or lectures or talk about what they do in the community, or how does
both?
Okay.
They're very, very involved. What we try to do is we try to have a sort of a two-way dialogue between the business community and the school itself and the students. There are a number of opportunities that we're trying to develop to be able to give the students and the businesses both opportunities to connect. We have internships, we have apprenticeships. We also have the ability to have classroom excursions going to businesses. The Economic Development Council that is within the Career Bridges Council is trying to do a trip over to the Biotechnical Center in Kannapolis, so they're taking a whole class over there. Additionally, we also like to have business owners and try to have other individuals from the business community come into the schools, talk to the classes, engage with the students, tell them what it's really like on the outside.
And what kinds of careers is this focused on? Is it kind of anything, or are there specific fields that you're trying to build the bridges to?
Specifically, it used to be that CTE, or Career and Technical Education, was known as VOTEC years ago, and it was very limited in scope. Well, it's dramatically expanded since then. Effectively, this is what they call post-secondary education, which these are a lot of the students who maybe have not made a decision on what they're going to do when they graduate from school. So perhaps they want to go to college, maybe they don't want to go to college. So what they're trying to do is develop a skill set by which they can be employable, to which they can actually have a career. And so it's gone from just a few basic skill sets to a huge array of different skill sets. Everything from business management to technical education, such as audiovisual, multimedia, computer skills, of course toward automotive programs, HVAC, more than just trade. Actually, now it has become a technical skill set that they're now developing. So it's a very, very vast array of skills that these students are developing, many of which can be used to be able to segue them into college later on.
Now, how many students are actually in that school? Do you know about?
There isn't a set population within the school.
Okay.
What they do is that they actually have students who are affiliated with the Career and Technical Education who are then bused every single day for an hour from either the middle school or the high school.
Okay.
So the student population actually doesn't reside there at the school. It is brought in from the other schools in Mooresville Graded School District.
Is there any tie-in with any of the colleges that might offer continuing education in any of those programs, or to help with coursework or curriculum or anything like that?
Right now we have a strong relationship with Mitchell Community College, but we're trying to further expand that toward other community colleges as well that are in the area. And also possibly in the future maybe going toward four-year institutions, developing we can have some credits that are then transferable into their baccalaureate programs.
Yeah, that's great.
Now, you touched on the benefit for the students. They can go and they can experience what a career would really be like doing audio, video, or any of those industries that you mentioned. How do the businesses benefit from getting involved, and what have you seen as being some of the positives for a business?
The businesses need to have skilled labor. They need to have an employable base. One of the biggest problems, and I myself have this as a business owner, and all businesses can tell you the same thing, trying to find skilled individuals who are ready to work at their jobs, who have a fundamental skill set that they can use that makes them easily trainable and easily employable. The businesses really need that. There is a great program that we've discovered. It's called Skills USA, that's developed through Lowe's Corporation. Or there's also another program that is developed through Ameritech Dye, and effectively it is an internship program. It is a 3-year program that allows students to go directly from either their junior or their senior year in college to train, do an internship at the actual business, learning the actual skills, get paid doing it at the same time, and then become full-time employees. We think this is a fantastic program. So the businesses directly have a employee who is motivated, who is trained, and who knows how to work at that job. So
well, and knows what to expect too. It's not starting off from scratch and not knowing what's going to happen in that job. You know, they've had an ability to experience ahead of time.
Well, and from employer perspective too, not only are you creating that loyalty, but you get that opportunity to work with the employee and kind of test them out a little bit
right,
before you
sure.
hire a full-time employee,
Yes.
which I found has always worked well when I've worked with interns in the past.
Believe it or not, some of these the program that we're hoping to develop one day is that we're actually going to be having, they do what they call like an NFL draft pick. So they actually get to pick the best of the best.
That's
So
great.
the students that are already there who have done an internship actually have to take tests. They actually have to go through something similar to a draft pick to be able to get it, so you know you're getting a quality employee. So programs like this really benefit the businesses, and the businesses, especially here in the greater Mooresville, Cornelius area, and Statesville area, really need to have that developed skill set that is coming straight out of school.
Now, how can the public get involved? So it's a great program, and obviously everybody working on the council is volunteering. How can other people get involved and to partake in this?
There are many different levels of participation in this.
Okay.
You can become as involved as you certainly would like to be. Some people simply don't have a lot of time, but maybe they want to contribute just some general funds, so that way they can financially support the Career Bridges Council, which in turn supports the CTE program and the students of Mooresville Graded School District. They can provide opportunities for internships, opportunities for apprenticeships. Sometimes they can help to host maybe a student coming in, or host a classroom excursion to their business location. There's many different ways that we can involve an individual then. What we'd like to have is to have all of those, of course, but we realize that different businesses and individuals have different capacities by which they can participate in this program. So we give them a wide array of opportunities, and we have a simple form for them to fill out that has probably 10 different choices by which they can be able to select exactly how they want to be able to be involved with the program.
Oh, that's great. And is there a website, or where would they go for further information?
We're developing the website right now. We don't have one set up. That's one of our projects here for the second year. Laura, you're holding...
You've got a great brochure that kind of gives the whole mission, objectives, and it's very well put together. I mean, there's a lot of information in here. And is there a phone number to call where they can get a copy of this? Or
They can contact the Mooresville Graded School District.
Oh, right
Mr.
here.
Bill Parker, and the numbers are on there, is the head of the CTE program, and so is Mrs. Julie Blocker.
Okay.
Both of them are the ones who will be able to give the most information for that.
And there is a phone number here for the school. It's 704-658-2500, 658-2500. And you can get a copy of this booklet, which has, like I said, a lot of information about the whole committee, all your objectives. And then you have a big event coming up, too, the Economic Summit. Do you want to touch on that real quick?
Correct.
In closing?
November 3rd at the Charles Mack Center, which is a Tuesday, we're having the first big event to be able to bridge the business community and the CTE program of Mooresville Graded School District. This specifically is called the Economic Summit. And we're really excited about this, because this really kind of puts the rubber to the road. This takes all of the efforts that we've been able to do and be able to incorporate them in one large event. What we're going to be doing is we're inviting, and we encourage all businesses throughout the Mooresville area to be able to become involved in this. We're going to have a summit, and we're going to have vendors there. Now, specifically, we're going to be having several large businesses: Lowe's Corporation, the hospital there in Mooresville. We're going to be those are two large businesses that are going to be in there, and we're going to be having a panel. I'm a moderator of one, and this panel is going to be basically taking questions and being able to go over the specific skill sets that they are looking for as large employers for students when they graduate from high school, specifically CTE. After that, we're going to be having basically a large room whereby the vendors can be able to meet all the participants in the program. There's going to be several hundred people that are going to be there. So we're encouraging all businesses, if you can, meet the students, meet the people, meet those individuals who probably at some point may be your next employee. So we're hoping that this is really going to come off well. This is our first time, and we're very, very excited about it.
Well, that's terrific, and it's definitely a really great program. I mean, it's important for the businesses to have those skill sets. It's also important just for economic development, for additional businesses to be there to have that kind of pool of skilled labor available. So it's a terrific thing, and we appreciate you coming on to talk about it.